stuff that was closed Sunday.
Hello, everybody.
Vice versa. So it just all blew up.
Thanks for coming out tonight to the October meeting. And hello, all you Zoomers. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see everybody. Stephen Anderson's on. Wow. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. And Jody's on. Nice to see everybody. Hello. So all you Zoomers, I just asked if you haven't already, maybe everybody has already, mute your microphone so we don't get barking dogs and ringing phones and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to talk, please unmute. You can either unmute by clicking the unmute button, or you can push the space bar if you're using a laptop and unmute to speak. We'd love to hear from you. But nice to see everybody. Do we have any first-time visitors or new members? Anyone?
Stephen, well, of course.
Justin's mom, you want to say hello?
I got my best friend at Paul.
Okay, I was going to ask you, Paul. Or Paul, you want to say hello? I know you're Justin's fan club. And actually tonight we're in this big room. They moved us here because they heard Justin was presenting, so they thought we So yeah, the square dancers took our room tonight, so we're in the big room. Anyways, so nice to see you guys. Dive reports. Anybody been diving lately? Want to talk about it since the last meeting or so? I know Henry. Let's hear about it. Big trip.
I did Island Dreams, Mando Delight, which was supposed to be 5 days at Saladin Island and then 5 days at Lembeth Resort. And then I tacked on 7. I was tacking on 6, which became 7 because of airline problems. They had to change it to a 9-day trip. So I got 16. Still, I got 16 days.
Okay.
So, and most of that was in Lembeth Straits, which was very good.
Good.
Which resort were you at, Henry?
I stayed at Saladin Resort.
Oh,
on
Saladin.
Saladin Island, then I did the boat transfers to Lembeth Resort. I was there for 4 days, and then I went down to Nad Lembeth for 7 days.
Okay.
So how many pictures did you take?
5,004,000.
3,000 or 4,000, I don't know.
Any other dive trips? How about you Zoomers? Anybody been diving? I know Jennifer, yes. Let's hear about it.
I spent September 20th through 30th in Cocos Island. Intense is the one word that keeps coming to mind. There were a couple of dives. I left the big camera on the boat and only took the GoPro because I needed both hands for ropes or hanging on in the current or whatever it was. Definitely, we had tiger sharks, Galapagos, hammers, lots of craziness. Lots of pictures, but a lot more video just because it was easier to go that way. So,
Okay, so you've now been to all 3 of the big ones: Galapagos, Socorro, and Cocos. Which one is your favorite?
Socorro.
Oh,
Okay, well, you had the special humpback interaction, so
Yeah, there was a whale. So
yeah, that's for the win right there.
it took us 40 hours.
3 whales.
Yeah, 3 whales. It took us 40 hours to get to Cocos because we were going against the current. We had a lot of weather. It was a lot. There was negative entries to 80 feet as fast as you could every single dive. So it was not a vacation by any means, but it
So
was
you're happy for the ride back home on the boat so you could rest, right?
exactly. I've slept all weekend. I think I am now ready to come back to society. So
Okay. I'm glad you had a good time.
Valerie.
it was awesome.
All right. Anybody else been out diving lately? Joe Hawes.
I just came back from a week in Cayman Brac with the Adaptable Foundation. We had 7 wheelchair users and 3 other people requiring assistance. Total 28 in the group. We had a really great time. The adaptive divers just had a ball. We had one young man with spina bifida, and he was basically unable to move, but we were able to pilot him around the water.
I'm singing. Been singing all day.
Go ahead.
So it was a really good time was had by all. We only had one minor incident, and that was one of our wheelchair users drove off the edge of a wooden walkway and took a tumble and wasn't able to dive for the rest of the trip. So she tried it once, but was unable to. She just couldn't breathe it. It hurt her ribs on the side a little bit. Nothing serious, but it was enough to where it made it where she couldn't breathe very well. With the wetsuit on and everything else, still couldn't do it. But everyone else had a really good time. The food was great. We had to leave a few hours early to escape the latest hurricane. So we spent an extra quality time in the airport, but that's life. Thank you.
What resort you stay at, Joe?
Sorry,
What resort you stay at?
Brack Beach Resort. Yeah. They were fantastic.
Yeah, let me talk just a little bit since Henry was off diving. Just wanted to put a plug in for him next month because in November we have the best of Henry. And
To fill out that show.
well, it's going to be an East versus West type of thing. We got two places in the Western Hemisphere and two in the Eastern Hemisphere. And Henry and I have been working together. He threw a bunch of images at me. I'm going to have him over at the house and I'm going to just let him talk.
Sure, it'll be great.
Yeah, so we don't know how it's going to turn out, but it probably is going to be good. I will tell you one thing. Henry really does know what he's doing. I mean, he may not be out there telling people, but he's got the skills and his work shows it. Okay.
All right. Any other Zoomers or anybody here been on another dive trip you want to talk about? Zoomers, anybody?
Brian, I bet you've been down to
Really tan. I think you talked about that last time. Did you talk about that last time, Brian?
I don't think I made the last meeting.
Oh, you didn't. That's when we had.
No. I mean, I went to Roatan in August. So sorry I didn't make the last meeting. I had a schedule conflict. I was at Cocoa View. Diving was wonderful as usual. I posted some seahorse pictures to the Facebook page. And you know, one of the bright ideas that I had was to take my photos and go out to, I did 2 canvas prints with Walmart and 1 print with Amazon. And believe it or not, Walmart did a better job of mounting the canvas and packing it and shipping it to me. But it was about $20 or $30 to mount, to print some of my photos as 16 by 30s that I could hang on the wall. And I thought, you know, for all the thousands of dollars I spend on camera equipment and trips, maybe it would be nice to see my own photos once in a while as more than a screen picture.
That's good. Yeah, I understand how that is. I have very few on display at my home.
The other thing I'll add is this was the second trip for the EM1 Mark II for me. And I really struggled with doing manual flash. I can't even remember the name of the flash I've got right now. That flash and I fought. And then finally on like the last day and a half, I figured out how to do macro with it. And that's where the good photos happened. So anyway, for what it's worth. Uh-oh, I think they froze up.
Progress, every time progress. That's what you us. So anyway, guys,
not enough people.
moving on, I guess. So the video content. We have a video contest twice a year, and you need to go onto the HUPS Facebook video contest page. Okay.
Try to link
It's
it.
only all the videos before you vote. Let's see, Betsy and Craig are not here, so that's why I'm talking about this stuff. Also HUP, just if it's not on your calendar, it should be the Houston Underwater Film Festival will be April 29th and 30th, 2023. So put it in your calendar, tell your friends, make plans. To be there. they're making a few donations for the silent auction for HUPS, which was nice to get some support from them, so we appreciate that. And I think unless there's any other announcements, that's about all I have tonight.
You might mention also that Wallace and Anilao, which is be front and center for Huff, of 5 nights, 4-day trip to their free at their location. You have to get there, and if you want to stay longer, you're going to have to pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice
Very
thing,
nice prize.
but they're getting a lot of PR from us as well. They really are.
You'll see tonight, you'll all want to go there.
My show. The film festival was over. COVID flight restrictions were loosening up. It was time to go diving. Craig found an interesting resort in Anilao, and before long, 7 of us were signed up to go. Wallace and Anilao, which means Dive Anilao in Spanish, sits at the far southwest corner of Luzon. It was a good place to kick back before dinner or to spend some quality time at the outdoor bar. It is in a beautiful setting, owned and managed by Dave Santos, his family, and a legion of capable, friendly staff. My back was killing me, so, of course, Martin and I ended up 130 steps up the hill. After 4 days as a Sherpa, my back finally gave up and I started to feel a lot better. Finally, we're all geared up, ready for our dive briefing and some diving. First day takes us to an old casino boat that was sunk after it caught fire. The wreck is populated with schools of fish and many other things like frogfish, manna shrimp with eggs, and turtles. In the meantime, Justin is trying out his new snoot. Not always the easiest job, but with another pair of hands, it all comes together. Elsewhere in the sand and the muck, there are plenty of strange and wonderful critters to grab our attention.
Hey, cut it out. That hurts. You can't see me. Nobody can see me. That was tasty. This is so annoying. He knocks junk down into our hole, and I'm expected to clean it up, while he sits up top, yawning.
Nighttime at the Anilao Pier is when things get pretty strange. Finger licking good. Okay, Copper, you got me. I'll come along quietly. Hey, you need to back off. Well, there goes the neighborhood. Yeah, I know. I used to be an octopus. In the end, all we want is a little respect. Or maybe not. You know what? Yeah, I'm plugged into the speaker. See what happens.
I
Okay, now how are we gonna get to the other two? Okay. By the way, I want to make a comment that Justin and I have been working together on Da Vinci, and we've shared some of our own clips, so you're going to see some of the things twice today. And hopefully it turns out.
The ocean is amazingly diverse. Life in the ocean ranges from the smallest microscopic critter to the largest animal on Earth, the blue whale. As scuba divers, we constantly chase new experiences in this biodiverse underwater space. When you think about the ocean, the first hue that comes to mind is blue, right? We visualize marine life thriving in a sea of blue, parading in the unrestricted open water columns. What if I told you that the most magnificent marine life you've ever seen call home in a lesser known hue of brown and gray? What if I told you within the sediment that lies beneath most dive sites is home to the most spectacular array of critters? What if I told you in the midst of silt, coral rubble, uninspiring underwater topography, there's a substrate where the exotic, unusual, colorful, and bizarre marine life thrive, where if you look closely, you'll be rewarded with the pleasure of spotting the weird and wonderful marine critters that are found nowhere else but the muck. Yes, the muck. I am so mucking serious. So let me take you on a scuba diving adventure as I show you where I had the best mucking time ever. So where did you go mucking, JW? Well, I'm glad you asked. The most popular region in the world for muck diving is Southeast Asia. Take your pick of places. Me, I started alphabetically. So I went to Anilao, which is in the Philippines. Anilao is a resort destination popular on the weekends as a relaxing getaway for people from Manila. But what really makes Anilao mucking amazing, it's its dive sites. It's been the best mucking time ever for me. True story. My home away from home was Buceo Anilao Beach and Dive Resort. I'm not mucking with you, one of the best dive resorts and dive operations I've ever experienced. I felt like a mucking king when I got to the camera room and saw my name above the designated space. I mean, there were some other names there too, but I didn't mucking care. Look, you can't mucking beat this place. It's family run, they have great rum, great food, great rum, epic dive sites within 15 minutes, great rum, phenomenal sunsets, and great rum. Anyways, I got my weapon of mass muckstration ready to inflict significant shutter actuations on anything that mucking moves. Listen to me, I had more strobes than Studio 54. I got a 105mm, 60mm of lens artillery locked and loaded. I had more lumens than the Super Bowl Sunday, a memory card the size of Texas, autofocus faster than a hungry cheetah, more megapixels than a U-2 spy plane, and a snoot to make a porno producer jealous. Was I ready? Muck yeah. Right. I traveled a great distance to see what this mucking thing was about. I was ready. Ready like mucking Freddy. No more mucking talk, okay? So let's get in the mucking mood with some tunes. Here is a track by my brother Corey San. This is Top of the Mountain.
It's a long, long way to the top of the mountain. There are many roads to the top of the mountain. So many lessons in each path that's chosen. Through bliss and tribulation, as we're crawling our way up the mountain. And the signpost guide along the way. They caution the mind not to stray. And the obstacles become like old friends. 'Cause the top is not the end. The top is not the end. The top is not the end. The top is not the
I'm not gonna mucking lie to you. Everything I shot, I saw it for the first time. Well, except, yeah, and well, yeah. I felt like I was in the underwater Garden of Eden every day. I felt like Sir Walter Wallace on a daily underwater expedition, exploring a place of wonder and mystery. Anilao, thank you. I will treasure my time with you. The best mucking time ever.
Oh, you do such a good job. Okay, this one will be Betsy's and Craig's Anilao. Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah,
How many individual creatures?
yeah, that's a lot. Okay, I guess photo contest now, huh? Do I have both of them on there? Okay, let me get out of this. Okay. September's, and then which one's yours? October, there it is. And this will be the October show. Turn on some lights here.
Yes, we're gonna just talk to some Zoom issues and, you know, we can Zoom for about a couple of years now.
Just a second. Outside. With the Wi-Fi. Want to ask if you serving any positions like on the board or what have you. Love to hear about it. We're always looking for new people to get, you know, involved. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out. And next time, don't forget, it's gonna be Betsy Beasley. I'm searching right now. You guys, Sean and Jude. Thank you very much. See you next month.